What's up, everybody? It's Devin. I have a check out my cards pickup video. Check out my cards is also known by COMC, is their short abbreviated name. It's an online website where you can buy and sell trading cards, sports cards, TCG. They take a vast variety of almost anything. You can sell it on their platform, pay a small fee, and then you can choose either to use your store credit to buy more cards, or you can withdraw that money just for cash to like your PayPal bank account. The gist of it is when you withdraw money from store credit, you have to pay an extra fee. If you use your store credit to buy more cards, you do not pay that fee. So my goal is I send a lot of my cheaper stuff there. When I build up some money, I like to buy stuff, and hopefully the stuff that I buy, I can break even on that or make a little bit, so that way I'm not paying the 10% fee that is associated with withdrawing COMC store credit. So for today's video, I had a lot stocked up in store credit and finally found some decent plays that I was willing to throw my money at. This is the total that we are into everything that is on your screen. $10,592 was the total I spent of my COMC store credit on the following cards. Now my goal is to return $10,500 or more once I sell these. Ideally, I return more so I can make money off my store credit. But if I break even, that also makes me happy because then I can withdraw the money and not pay a 10% fee on $10,500, which would be saving $1,500. So everybody does it differently. I just had money sitting in there for a while and I wanted to use it at card shows, so I grabbed some stuff out. This first stack was very unique. Still debating on what I want to do here. This is a stack of 10 copies of the Greninja EX, the special illustration rare, the main chaser hit from Twilight Masquerade. All 10 copies are the Greninja. Now, they're all graded by CGC, different grades. So I'm debating looking at them and seeing if maybe I want to try any to go to PSA to get a potential 9 and see if there's any price increase there. If one of them PSA 10s, there would be a drastic difference, or I might just keep them in the CGC slabs. I have no idea yet, but we'll go through the different grades. First one was a 7. Then there's a 7.5. Another 7.5. Then there's an 8. Another 8. A CGC 9. Another 9. One more 9. And then we get to the bigger grades. So we have a 10, 2 10s, and then 3 total CGC 10s. So 10 copies of the Greninja. I just thought it was a very popular card. It's the main chaser. There's only ever going to be so many of them out there. Even if they continue to restock, it's still tough to hit the main chaser. So grab those. I thought it was a decent play, and potentially we'll look at those for grading opportunities also to PSA. These next 2 cards were the biggest value, the most expensive ones out of the entire group, and I took definitely a gamble on one of them. One of them I feel pretty confident in, and that's this first one. They are both from 1996 Topps NBA Stars. They are both Michael Jordan Finest refractors. Both graded a PSA 10. This one card number is 24. You can see the card there. Very nice looking card. Overall looks great. You can see the refractor back there. This one I feel pretty confident in. A lot of this stuff is definitely spiked in price, but there's also just not as much available. So it's one of those that there's a couple high recent sales. Prices 6 months to a year ago is much lower. But everything kind of with like MJ, Kobe, this type of stuff is significantly up. So it wouldn't surprise me if it stayed at that price point, but was willing to take the gamble there. That one I felt more confident in. This one I didn't feel as confident due to the greening. I know it had greening when I looked at the pictures. It was kind of tough to tell how much there was actually on the card. It seems to be a little bit more than I would have probably comfortably would have liked. But there's a really good recent sale on this one, but the copy looks a little bit nicer. So I think this was the one card out of everything that I might have overpaid on. But at the end of the day, I didn't mind using my store credit on 2 low pop MJs like this. Just because I think they're fun to have in the showcase. There's nothing wrong with having them long term, and I'd rather have those in hand than credit in my COMC account. Everybody's different with how they run their Check Out My Cards account. That's just how I run it. Charizard VMAX as a PSA 8. I debated seeing if it was a decent copy to crack out, but there is 1, 2, 3 white spots significantly off-centered. PSA 8 kind of seems on the high side for a grade, so we're going to leave that in the PSA 8. Honchkrow GX from Unbroken Bonds as a PSA 10. It's kind of a low pop, full art PSA 10. And then a popular one, Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates as a PSA 10. Got a decent deal on this one, and these Charizards have been kind of climbing in price, so seemed like a good idea to get that one on the upswing. And then the other stack of things that I got is bulk PSA slabs for Pokemon. These are cheap slabs, paid anywhere from like $5 to like $10, $11 a piece, somewhere around that range. And this is stuff I just like picking up, cheap PSA slabs based off of what the cost of grading is right now. It keeps climbing up. I think it just increased. The cheapest one available is $19 for Pokemon, or just bulk regular for $22. So it's definitely climbing up in price. So if you can get PSA slabs around $10, I think it's always a good idea. We'll run through these very quickly. There end up being 29 total of these. Pupitar, Glaceon, Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, Radiant Charizard, Vaporeon, Pikachu, Bugcatcher, Raichu GX, Sandslash, Drapion V, Parasect, Psychic Energy, a Machop First Edition, Blaziken VMAX, and a Colossal VMAX. And then the next deck, a Hydrogen C, Lunala, Golduck, a Dragonite, Blastoise, Weepin' Bell, a Venonat, Sableye, Glaceon, Pikachu from the Trick or Trade, Nessa, Zamazenta V, Dragonite, and a Melmetal EX. So 29 total bulk PSA slabs, and it was all graded that I ended up picking up during this store credit purchase. So a stack of 10 of the Greninja EX SIRs from Twilight Masquerade, all graded by CGC between a 7 and a 10. 5 PSA slabs that were more valuable, including the 2 big MJ refractor PSA 10s, the finest refractors from 1996 Topps NBA Stars, and then a Charizard VMAX PSA 10, the Honchkrow Charizard VMAX, and then the bulk PSA slabs. So again, the total for everything that I paid was $10,592. So that's going to be the goal to return. If I can return that, that means I save $1,500 in fees that I would have had to pay to COMC. That was everything. Thank you for watching this video. Everybody have a great day, and don't forget to smile. Later, guys.